And hello and welcome back to the Awesomenauts Rumble Skolldir Showdown. I am Pirate Cheese, joined by Mr. Pillow here.
What up?
Hey, it's going really well so far. Up next, we have one of the last two bouts that we're going to have today. Starsan versus Body Hunters, who we have up here. So Starsan, we all know, Body Hunter as well. Very, very good players. And these are going to be for third place. They're going to be going on. So overall, that's what we're up against now. Just the best of the best at this point, these last two matches, to see who is going to come out on top and see who will claim the championship. So I do want to remind everyone in chat that we do have some bets going on. So if you want to say who's going to win these two matches, they are independent, so it's not like single elimination or anything like that. You can say that Starsan is going to win 2-0, Body Hunter is going to win 2-0, or that there's going to be a tie in this upcoming match. So feel free to say that in chat. Again, there's no real fancy commands or anything like that. Just say Starsan's going to win, Body Hunter's going to win, it's going to be a tie, things along those lines. And beyond that, I think we are just about ready to get going on this upcoming match. How do you feel about that, Pillow?
Well, let's give it a go. I am at the 15-second mark, my friend. And would you like to give us a countdown?
All right, that sounds really good. Let's go and get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and we are off. We have immediately. We got Starsan. He's looking up for the frags. He's gonna get a nice throw on a Body Hunter there, and doing some amazing damage coming out. Honestly, they're gonna put them both at half. There's the Quake. They're fishing out third punches. They know what's on the line here, and the punches are coming out. They're being very careful. Oh, that was a nice throw. That was juicy, man.
Yeah, that was a good, nice throw. Almost a little, not one of the cleanest ones, but one of the more effective ones we've seen. But Starsan is gonna come back immediately and get a nice throw on him to get the revenge of the first blood right there. And again, that kind of comes back a little bit to the whole dynamic of first blood versus second blood thing. How you leave first blood also affects how the rest of the match is going to go. And in that case, pretty even first blood so far. Starsan here is going to be missing a throw. Going to be really close to death. That DOT is going to finish him off unless he can get a heal punch. Body Hunter's not going to let him though. So it is now 2-1 in favor of Body Hunter.
Indeed. Doing absolutely amazing job right now. There's the slightly whiffed Quake, and oh, it might be a throw, but not before Starsan can throw him first, dealing lots of damage. But there's the counter throw, and Body Hunter gonna be looking for that last hit, go looking for the punch. Can he find it? And yes, he can. There's a whiff. That's very unfortunate coming out from Starsan there, bringing it up 3-1 in favor of Bold.
Yeah, in my mind, you know, I didn't really discuss this, but I would consider Starsan to be actually a little bit of a favorite for me personally. Again, maybe I have a little bit of something for Starsan overall, but when it comes down to it, again, when you think of Starsan or think of Skolldir, the two just go hand in hand, really. Body Hunter, obviously a very, very good competitive player, knows what the competitive scene is about, can get into that mindset very, very easily, where Starsan, frankly, doesn't have a whole lot of competitive experience, but still, just raw Skolldir experience, I think Starsan would have had the edge. But at this point, it's looking pretty rough for Starsan, 4-1 in favor of Body Hunter. And only now is Starsan going to be able to make that 4-2, but still only having about 4 bars of health, and that's going to be going down to DOT right there either way, making it 5-2 in favor of Body Hunter.
Indeed. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There wasn't much to say. You got the stun punch, you got a nice throw just going across the map, and it just kind of left me. It wasn't even like particularly amazing. It was just like the consistency of these guys constantly hitting their stuff. They're barely tilting at all. They can't, because this kind of wraps up where their position is going to be in this tournament. And Body Hunter, he's going to be looking down for Starsan. Oh, that throw!
That was a nice throw right off the jump pad. Very hard to time those kinds of things, just because off the jump pad you do move very, very quickly. But yeah, there is quite a bit on the line. There is that cash prize, that license of the cash prize, but at the same time, it does come down to, at this point, pride, which is maybe even the better reward for such an event like this, because Starsan, I would say, definitely has a lot on the line when it comes to proving his Skolldir. Like I said, Skolldir and Starsan just go hand in hand too. So to be able to for lack of a better term, put his money where his mouth is in terms of saying, like, you know what, this is how I perform as Skolldir against the rest of the community. There is a bit of pride involved, and Body Hunter as well, being involved in competitive. He wants people to understand or to know, I guess, that he means business when he gets in the competitive scene. So both of these players definitely have a lot going for them when it comes to trying to show who is going to come out on top.
Indeed, and Audio going to be going down, looking for Starsan, finds the Quake. Starsan tries to go for a really good Quake drop here. Doesn't find it. There's going to be a nice throw there that he does find, and he kind of just puts Body on his shoulders and pushes him behind there, that one. But going to be looking for the stun punch. He's going to find it. Starsan in a bad spot, and this looks like it's going in favor of Body Hunter so far. He needs to go get a third punch right here to recover, and he's not going to find it. He actually didn't for a second. I was wrong. You're right, but then Body Hunter changed that really quickly.
Yeah, just with a single small punch, that was enough to put him just over the edge. Biones are going to be looking for that spawn throw. Instead, Starsan is just going to decimate him right there, frankly. Just easy Quake right into a throw follow-up. But he is still at a disadvantage going into this 8-5. And it looks like Starsan is maybe trying to look to trade some damage, which I don't know if that's really the move to be going right now. Maybe changing it a little bit in order to, get a little bit of safe kills. We'll see. But, if this works out for him, we'll see, but it's looking a little harrowing right now. 9-5. Body Hunter only needs one less kill in order to seal the deal for this match. Starsan, on the other hand, needs 5 kills, basically flawless kills. Right there, he almost got one by throwing it off the edge, but not quite.
Flawless is still something that he seems to be going. It still seems to be in his vocabulary. Actually, there goes that. Keep jinxing this guy. He was finding some very nice throws. He is going to manage to bring it out 6-9 right now. But it's Body Hunter's game to win, and it's a match point for him. And but there's going to be another throw, and he's trying to get off his heels as much as he can. He needs to get some space now, and that's going to be the game. He can't get it in time.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, so I mean that is going to go in favor of Body Hunter for Starsan. We do have another match coming up, but it's kind of interesting to note that I think overall, like we were talking about, Starsan I feel like just has a lot more raw Skolldir experience, but he has a lot more raw Skolldir experience. I feel like in the game in general, not only competitively do I think he's maybe a little bit behind for lack of a better term, but I feel like he's also not really using the map too much to his advantage, or not going so hard when it comes to being able to capitalize on certain things. I feel like I can almost feel him pulling back on certain times when, we talked about him throwing people off the edge and just needed, that follow-up oily stun punch in order to just send them into the abyss. And just coming just shy of either doing that or just not going for it whatsoever. So I feel like maybe that for the future, if there's any advice I can give this master Skolldir player, it might be that, just to be like maybe a little bit more confident, maybe a little bit more on his feet when it comes to capitalizing on certain aspects and mistakes or initiations on his part.
Indeed. That said, there is another match to get into. I guess what are some of the primary things that Starsan can keep in mind while he tries to be more aggressive? Like, okay, like if he sits down with himself and says, hey, okay, so I want to try and go for it, I want to commit, and I want to put myself in that line of crosshair so that I can get the last hits that I need. What does he need to do to actually be doing that?
I think one of the big things is being mindful, especially on cooldowns of the opponent, more specifically the throw, because even when it comes down to just raw auto attacking, I feel like Skolldir, I feel like Starsan might have a little bit of an edge just because of how much time he spent with Skolldir. He's just a little bit more comfortable with how his auto attack works. Skills put aside, I think that's one of the things to go for. That if he sees that his opponent is just thrown, maybe they both blew their throws, and that might be Starsan's opportunity to go in and actually be able to deal damage. Because, like I said, I feel like he's just more comfortable in Skolldir's skin than a lot of these players are, despite what they are.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. He's just really good at like trying to capitalize on those mechanics there, and just like just keep that raw damage coming, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, we are having some troubles with the replay right quick. We're gonna take a very short break while we figure out what's wrong with the match ID.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so don't go anywhere, my friend. Guys, I'm sorry about that. Some unexpected difficulties and issues there. And, but we do have this next match ready, and I am at the 12-second mark. Would you like to give us a countdown, Pyro?
Sure, we can go ahead and begin. Let's go and get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, and we're off. There's your taunts, and there's the third punch fishing. A little bit of caution in this. Body Hunter's going to take the jump pad, and he's going to take a lot of punishment for it. It's going to be a quake throw and punch in exchange for just a throw. So definitely a Starsan's favor so far. Just to be a bit careful. You know, Body Hunter was able to shrug off the hits pretty well. He's not going to be able to keep doing that. There's a quake, there's a throw. He's taking a lot of damage. With throw, Starsan can just pretty much pick up the kill here. He's clear to go, you know. Red Wing standing by the whole 9 yards. There's your frag. First blood, 42 seconds. A lot right on the line because I'm pretty sure this completely evens it out. Like, Starsan, if he wins this, it's 3rd place. If he doesn't win this, it's 4th place. It's that simple. Body Hunter manages to find another frag. It's going to take it to 1-1. Everyone full health. There's the throw. Gonna be a whiff. And Starsan going in. Gonna find the throw. He's gonna not land any of the oily. Gonna take a stun punch. And both players being extremely cautious right now. Kind of taking the opposite of the advice that we mentioned last game. And there's the kill off the pit. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's the first time that either of these players have thrown each other off the pit. There's gonna be all of it is gonna be a second one off of Starsan. So
wow,
going up 3-1. Yeah. But yeah, that is what I was talking about before, where, you know, obviously, like right there, Body Hunts.
There's the third time.
Starsan's animations were locked there for a second for me, so I really was confused there for a second. But, you know, I was mentioning earlier that, you know, Starsan, I feel like it should be taking a little bit more opportunity when it comes to missed throws and things like that, going in a little bit harder than it should. Because I feel like I've seen that from Body Hunter. Starsan misses a throw, like right there, and Body Hunter takes that almost as a license to go a little bit harder than that. But Starsan, I feel like is a little bit lacking right there, or I feel like maybe not lacking, but it could definitely be using that to his advantage more than what he is doing for now. So,
indeed, and look at that hills for a second. Did you see how long that both players had? 1,757. I always think that's just kind of, I guess, ties in terms of numbers are just kind of interesting to see. Body Hunter's gonna have a not good throw there, and it's gonna be a whiff. And Starsan's gonna hit his. He's not even gonna be able to find the follow-up though. Body Hunter does unfortunately land on that gnome. He gets some third hits going. He needs to watch out. That throw from Body Hunter's almost there, and he gets it. That was
right on the gnome, man.
I
don't know if he knew that was there or not, but that was just perfectly placed right there for him to land on that.
It really was. That's just unfortunate and sick on. Starsan's throws are just so good, man. It's easy to be like, okay, he threw him nice, but like, you really like think about it, like the consistency of his throws. It's just actually pretty ridiculous.
Absolutely.
No, Starsan looks like he's gonna be. Yeah, he's backed up in the wall. He actually manages to get out. He tries to get past the Body Hunter, but you can't get past the Body Hunter because he just throws him right back. Starsan in a bad situation here, and he tries to do that thing you were talking about where you quake and then quickly throw on the other side. He doesn't make the throw, unfortunately. Now Body Hunter is in a very bad situation. There's that third punch coming out. He's maybe another, maybe. Oh, but the throw. He had to take a snare to do it. But he managed to make it happen. That's going to bring it 6-4 in favor of Starsan. He has his eyes set on the number rank 3 spot. It's that simple. Starsan going in. He's dealing lots of damage. He's going to take up another frag. And just dealing the numbers. Pyro Cheese, what does Body Hunter need to do right now?
I think right now it's kind of taking a little bit of a step back and actually maybe doing exactly what he's doing right now. Like I said, just taking a little bit of a step back, reassess, kind of reacclimate himself to the situation. Just because Starsan is definitely in his groove right now. Kind of landing those throws, kind of landing all of his abilities, landing the things that he needs to land. Because that last kill especially was almost like, you could say like almost perfected by Starsan. He came into it about a 3rd health, came out with it at about a 3rd health. You know, despite taking the damage, he was able to heal up with his 3rd punch. But, you know, exactly like that, I'm talking about Body Hunter being able to just kind of get back, you know, get his head in the game, so to speak, and being able to kind of just get back into it, be a little bit more calm, not basically throw the match, you could say. He is at a disadvantage, though, so, you know, it's a lot easier than say than it is to do, especially against someone like Starsan or...
Indeed. Bounty looks like he's going to be going in here. He's going to manage to get another throw on the Starsan there, but not before Starsan can go ahead and punch him out, picking up another frag, and looks for the quick prediction. He looks for the throw, tries to do the bait. Unfortunately, Bounty Hunter doesn't fall for it. Now Starsan's just on the run because immediately he's off cooldown to all full HP. Bounty Hunter is there to punish.
Yeah, and that's one of the interesting things about Starsan. You've noted how Edster's classic signature opening is, go back to the jump pad jump and then start from that. But I almost think like that's Starsan's signature when it comes to trying to the spawn throw thing. Get on the jump pad, throw where they would be to see if you can get at least a little bit of damage there. It's worked out for him in the past, and it's almost one of the safer tactics just because even if you miss it, you're across the map now, so you can actually afford to maybe burn that cooldown or just chill out for a second while the other enemy doesn't have that opportunity to get on you.
Indeed, and now Starsan, he's in a pretty bad position to take this down. While he is relatively low health, he's able to do whatever he so pleases, and that's what he pleases. Okay, going for the points, and yeah. I think, God, come on, don't die to the gnome spam, man.
Yeah,
that's
come
not
on,
a thing, okay? Like, spamming gnomes to win is not a thing in Skolldir 1v1s. It's just not.
Yeah, I remember that was a thing back when turrets used to take damage without doing damage, so people would get gnome and then axe throw, just like from across the map, just do damage to turrets with Skolldir. I remember that was a thing, but not here. That is going to be the final kill for Starsan, though. So 10-7, where the first match I believe was also a similar score, if I remember correctly.
I think it was 10-7 in favor of Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, so 2-2 tie, or sorry, 2-2 tie, 1-1 tie for both of these here. So what does that mean for the standings overall, then?
That means that well, let me pull it up here. The final result of this match of the tournament for 3rd and 4th place was, if I can find the tab that I have that open on, is Bounty Hunter and Starsan both are going to end this tournament at 8 points, so it differs the total amount of kills in the game. Bounty Hunter had an accumulative 121 kills throughout the tournament, and Starsan had an accumulative 126 kills throughout the tournament. So it is going to be him winning the whole game, and everything will be left in favor of sorry, I get a little bit tongue-tied there. But yeah, so 126 kills Starsan, 121 kills Bounty Hunter, both 8 wins. Your 3rd place is Starsan, 4th place is Bounty Hunter. 5th place at 7 points and 117 kills is Edster. In 6th place with 7 points, 7 wins, just like Edster, but with less kills at 100 is YOLO. In 7th place with 3 wins is Uberancy, and in 8th place with 0 wins is Love. There are 2 contestants that remain. 1v1 left of this tournament to determine who is the winner. It's a classic showdown that many casters and many tournaments have seen in the grand finals. It's of course Nikki versus Paulo. Nikki is currently sitting at let me run the maths right quick. Is currently sitting at 12 wins. Paulo 1-2. Is currently sitting at 10 wins. So in order for him to win this, I do need to tally the kill counts. Okay, actually, yeah, if Paulo wins the next 2 matches, he has to win them both. Then Nikki will be the loser and Paulo will be the winner. But we will have to take a second and see what happens. If Nikki wins either match, he will be the winner of the Skolldir Showdown tournament. And we will find out exactly what happens in less than 5 minutes. On your cue.